Want to know why I think Guanajuato is the perfect place to lose weight and stay in shape? This right here. I basically have to walk 2 blocks to be able to take out the trash. Unlike in the States, we don't get the privilege of our trash being taken out for us. We have to go take out the trash in a lot of strategically placed dumpsters. Just by taking out the trash, I think I can lose some weight. Another one of those ways is by walking to the things that I need. So right now I'm on my way to my favorite butcher in town. There's plenty of them to visit, but this is the guy that really just focuses on really good cuts of meat, and it just looks really clean and kind of like fresh meat. But to get there, I have to go downstairs like this. And in going downstairs like this, you know what that means. When you go down, you also have to climb up. So this is just the beginning of the stairs that I have to go down, but it's a great way to shed a few pounds. If I can do this like every day, maybe taking different routes. I never take the same route twice in a week. I always try to take different routes. There's so many different ways to get to where you need to go, and I like variety. I like to change things up a little bit, but look at this. It just keeps going down and down and down. And if you don't watch your step, it's trouble. So hopefully, while filming here, I don't get into trouble. This is what I love about Guanajuato, is all these little alleys. And you realize that there aren't any main roads near any of these homes. It's just these little alleys. You can't even fit a car. You can't drive through here. You have to walk. This is a walking city. And guess what you have to do when you get groceries or have water delivered? When you get groceries, you got to make sure you have bags, because what you purchase from town, you're going to have to haul back up by yourself, climb stairs, walk up these alleys. For me, I love it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if I don't lose weight doing this, because for a long time now, I've been driving, taking a car, and I feel like I've gotten spoiled doing that. So now I'm going back to my roots, doing things the old school way. Buenos dias. Going back to my roots and doing things how I used to do it when I first got here, which was walk everywhere, and I think is the reason why I was in such good shape. So now we're entering one of my favorite plazas, Plaza Mexiamora. This is one of those really quiet plazas with a fountain in the middle. We usually just sit here on these benches and watch the pigeons. There's usually a lot more pigeons here in this square, but it's really beautiful seeing the colors of the buildings. And there's a school here, right over here, and the kids usually play out here in the courtyard during their breaks. And isn't it charming? There's so much charm in this city. And this isn't the only plaza. There's quite a few plazas here. This one just happens to be my favorite because I have a lot of memories here walking through this plaza. I used to live in just right up the street. We passed it. It's in a little, what they call calle, a little alley. But here we are at my favorite butcher. It's right in here, through these doors. As you can see, it's right in the alley. Again, how do you think they haul all that meat? Is by hand. Sometimes you see them with their carts full of beef. Hola. Buenos días. ¿Tienes vacuna, carne de vacuna? Es para los perros.
¿Para los perros?
Yeah, sí. Es un carne, maybe un medio kilo de carne para los perros
Sí,
y 4 piezas de tibón.
sí.
Okay. Tú es mi favorito
¿De
carnicería.
carne?
Sí.
Gracias. Mira,
Sí.
¿está bien, Iván?
¿Es tibón?
Sí.
Sí. 4 piezas, por
¿Así
favor.
está bien o...?
Es
falta
bien,
nada?
sí. Para parilla, ¿sí?
Sí.
I'm still learning Spanish, so I don't know. I'm still learning how to say things right, and people are very, very patient with me. Okay, for 4 pieces, it's 173 pesos. Y carne molida también,
Sí.
medio kilo, por favor.
Sí.
Sometimes I kind of amaze myself too. It just comes out. I'm learning as I go along, learning and by asking people how to say things, but I'm also planning to start classes finally after like 6 or 7 years. Okay, I got all of this molida and some for the dogs for 420, which is about $20. No, yeah, $20. Okay, I got my meat, and now I've got one more stop. I've got to go find a toothbrush for one of our friends who's staying with us right now, but she forgot her toothbrush. So I'm gonna walk into another plaza, another center where I believe there's a little tienda, a little store. Look at this. How pretty is this? How pretty is that walk? Look at that gas lamp. You know, even there's cafes up that street that you can walk up. It's always full there. Buenos dias.
Yeah.
And the only thing that kind of is off-putting is the occasional graffiti that you see here, but I've never felt unsafe. I look at it as just part of the art. The city normally just cleans it up, and it's all over, but I have never felt unsafe here. And I'll go into that more in other videos, but there are times where I feel safer here walking at 3 in the morning through these little alleyways more than I feel in Los Angeles walking in the middle of the day, you know, on the way to, you know, through some neighborhoods. So, ooh. I wish that gorditas were part of my diet. I might splurge on one at one point, but I'm not hungry right now, thankfully. But these are some of the best gorditas in town. And it's just these ladies that sell them, and it's always full. And now we come out on Plaza Baratilla, another beautiful plaza with colorful buildings, beautiful fountain in the middle. You got life happening, and it is just gorgeous. I just realized there's another place that I like to go to, but first, before we get there, let's walk through this amazing little... Actually, no, let's just go up the street. There's another little tienda where you can get your fruits, and I believe this street is called Cantaranas, Calle Cantaranas. Oh, I know who's gonna have a toothbrush. Oxo. Oxo is like the 7-Eleven of Guanajuato. And conveniently enough, there's an Oxo right across the street right there in that orange building that goes into the center, the Jardín, and there's an Oxo here as well. Oh, and it's locked, so we're gonna have to go to the other Oxo. We're looking for a toothbrush. Let's see. Disculpe, ¿tienes cepillo de dientes? ¿Puede uno, por favor? Anyone, ¿sí? ¿Es para mujer?
para mujer.
Yeah, sí. Ah, it's okay. Mujer, hombre. Es igual, sí. Gracias.
35.
Ok, 35. Gracias.
Por nada, hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Okay. Sometimes it's some awkward moments when I don't know what to say in Spanish, but I manage. I manage just by sometimes making shit up, just to fill in some blank space. But I'm learning along the way. It's pretty cool. All right, so now we are gonna take a quick walk through the center before I turn back and walk home. We're gonna spend a lot more time in this area because this is really like where everything happens. This is the main jardín where people hang out. There's restaurants along the side over here. The theater is right in front of me. This is a very touristy area. A lot of tourists hang out here. This is where all the expensive stuff is, and it's pretty cool. You've got the Pipola up at the top there. I wish I could point, but I'm using both hands. But at the very top, there's a statue. We'll go up there one day. But this is just a quick walkthrough of this area. And this is the main theater, Teatro Juarez. They're fixing it up right now for the big Cervantino Festival. And look how gorgeous this is. It's one of my favorite walks. Going through here is so inspiring. I remember my first time ever walking through these streets in 2017, and I realized I knew right away that I needed to stay here and live here. And thank goodness I was able to figure that out, because if you want to be inspired, first of all, I came here to get my creativity back, and it actually did that and more. Just look around and there's beauty everywhere. There's cobblestone streets, there's beautiful colored buildings, Spanish colonial style. You got your street vendors, there's usually people busking and singing. And oh, there, talk about busking and singing. There's a guy right over there. And as you turn this corner, straight up ahead, you see that pinkish, orange, red church. I still don't know what the name of this church is after all these years, but I will figure it out. But look how beautiful. Imagine this is part of your walk every day. Walking the dogs. This is a very dog-friendly city. Again, I mentioned before, it's a walking city where you just walk everywhere. And if you need to get into the tunnels, as I mentioned in other videos, there are these stairways all across the city where you can go down there and check out the tunnels. I'll do a video on the tunnels another day, but for now, we're at the top. You got your guys sitting there on the benches, just enjoying life, reading the paper. You got a guy on a didgeridoo, very Mexican. Just kidding. So there it is. It's just a quick walk through this part of the city, part of Centro. There's many other beautiful parts on the other side, and we're soon gonna head back up. But for now, I might find a little bench. I know I've got meat in my bag, but I think I can spare a few minutes just to sit and enjoy the view. So let me go look for a nice spot where, you know what, I think I like it over there. The only problem is it is pretty noisy. So let's see. There's a bench over here. Ah, there's some empty benches over here by the didgeridoo guy and some street dogs. The street dogs here are normally really friendly. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna take a quick rest get right back up. Break time and people watching over. We're back on the move. Let's do this. I decided to take another route home, back to those stairs where we started, and I wanted to show you a street, or if you call it that, a calle, a alley that I used to live on. And again, I don't know if you can see or get a sense for the incline, but when we had to move out of this place that we lived on this calle, I had to carry suitcases with rolly wheels down this thing. And if you look at the ground, it's super uneven. Hola, buenos dias. And you gotta go up and down stairs. Again, imagine living here, getting groceries up. But no, we keep going up. I'm already tired. But this was my old street that I would walk up and down. Imagine going to the store, getting some groceries, and forgetting the salt, forgetting the cleaning supplies, and then you have to go back. That's what I'm saying. If I don't lose weight and get healthy walking through these streets, I don't know what's gonna do it. So pretty. It is a pretty walk though. And yes, I have walked these streets at night and it's super safe. Well, at least I've always felt safe. And here we are at the base of the stairs. And I'm just gonna go ahead and sit here for a second just to get my breath. Oh my God. I just realized last night when I was editing the second episode of this channel how puffy my face has gotten. And I just can't believe that I haven't noticed it, or maybe I have noticed it and I just kept pushing it away, brushing it off for another day. I get it, life takes over and you get busy and you have other people to attend to. Maybe you have other people that you're responsible for, and then you just keep putting your own needs and your own health to the side, which is what happened to me. And I guess, you know, 1 year after another, this is the result. And in my opinion, on the outside, it doesn't even look that bad. I know I'm hard on myself, and I get it, it's not that bad, but I'm just wondering what's going on the inside. And that's why I am scheduling a blood test and some other tests to gauge kind of like where my starting point is. Because again, I've been diagnosed pre-diabetic, I take heart medication, I take cholesterol medication, so I know that in previous tests it was already bad. And it's been at least a year since I had my last test, so I'm just crossing my fingers it's not as bad of a starting point. But I think I'm ready to do this now. Actually, I don't think, I know I'm ready to do this now, and I'm using what motivates me, which is the external, go figure, but that's just the truth. Right now what motivates me is getting my jawline back and my chest and a flatter stomach and just feeling lighter and not so out of breath when I walk up and down these steps. I want to be able to jog up these steps without feeling like passing out. Just talking right now makes me feel like passing out, but let's do this. Let's go. We're gonna try and start the walk. Here we go. Again, look how little and thin these streets are, these little alleyways. And look at the amount of stairs that I have to walk and just wrap around. It's like once you turn the corner, you think you're almost done, but no, there's a whole other set of stairs waiting for you. Right up there. And yes, guess who already needs a little break? Me. So when I first started this whole I'm gonna get rid of my midlife crisis thing, I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult. I actually thought it was gonna be simple because that's how it had been in the past. But in the past, I never let myself get so out of shape. And I never ignored the symptoms, the signs for so long. So now I'm paying for it, and it sucks. And it's only been a few days, and check this out. Look at that city. How beautiful is that city behind me? It's only been a few days, but I know that I can push through. Hola.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
¿Cómo estás?
Oh. Whew.
¿Cansado?
Sí,
¿Buen ejercicio?
sí,
Bueno para el corazón.
para el corazón. Ya, sí, necesito para mí.
Todos necesitamos.
Sí,
Ok.
gracias.
¿De dónde eres?
Que tenga buen día. Mi de Los Ángeles.
De Los Ángeles.
Sí.
Ok. ¿Cuánto tiempo en Guanajuato?
Vivo aquí.
¿Vives aquí?
Sí.
Oh, perfecto.
Vivo aquí,
Qué
pero
bueno. Ajá.
mi salud es no bueno.
¿Por qué?
Corazón. ¿Cómo se dice? Fat.
Gordo.
Gordito.
Pero tú pierdes peso. You lose weight here.
Sí.
Believe me, okay?
Sí, thank you.
Apenas.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Bye bye. Hasta luego. All right, that really charged me up again. I love meeting the local people. She was super nice. And her smile just lit me up and makes walking these stairs much more doable. Because I see older people, meaning older than me, walking up and down these stairs and really steep inclines as if they were just taking a stroll along the beach. It's crazy. And that's where my goal is. I want to be able to do that. How about a little update on how I'm doing with this habit sheet that I created the other day. Remember, I created this little habit sheet with a list of tasks that I'm supposed to be doing every day for this week. And as well, for the look of it, today is Thursday the 12th. Yep, I didn't have any rice. I did not have any sugar. Can you believe that? I mean, I am one of the biggest sugar eaters here in Guanajuato. I literally have one of the biggest sweet tooths, and I can't believe no sugar for the past 3 days. No extra sugar. I was not able to plan today's meal last night. I wasn't able to do yoga for 20 minutes on the first day, and I didn't do cardio. Today I definitely did cardio. Today I definitely meditated for 20 minutes. I have not done my day yoga for 20 minutes, but I might put these two together for tonight. Not so bad. I was a little hard on myself on the first day, not accomplishing everything on the list. And again, it's been a constant reminder of just being nice to myself and taking everything step by step. So I'm gonna prepare dinner. What's on the menu tonight is just chicken wings in the air fryer and some salad from Costco, adding with no dressing, just salt and lime. And it's actually grown on me to not have the salad dressing. I think salad dressing that you buy at the store usually has a lot of sugar in it. So I'm doing my best in being more conscious about the sugar that's in food that we buy. Again, I think I have the sweets under control and not eating cookies and cakes and brownies. I might have a little bit this weekend because it's Mexican Independence Day, but overall, I think I'm doing a good job. If you're doing a challenge on your own, and I've gotten a lot of feedback on Facebook and some comments on my previous videos that people are inspired to do something about their own health, and they're taking steps to maybe even walk outside, walking the dogs or going swimming or doing something that you would not have done prior to watching these videos. I love it. Please keep doing it. Please keep sharing. Let me know how you're doing. And I think we've got this. Every day has been kind of a challenge. There's a challenge just even walking into town. I thought it was going to be a lot easier after spending so long always driving to places. Now reconditioning myself to walk wherever I can, whenever I can. I thought that was going to be so much easier, but it's actually proven to be a little bit tougher. So I have to try harder to get myself out the door. But once I'm out the door, then it gets easier. My lesson that I've learned for myself in the past few days is not to think about the actual task that I said I was going to do, but to actually step out the door, get myself ready to actually take that first step. Because once that first step is done, I feel like it makes my life a lot easier, and I actually follow through and fulfill on my plan. And one reminder that I have to make, and I don't know, maybe you're going through the same thing, is to not be so hard on myself. I know I can be hard on myself, especially with the way my body looks, and especially if I don't complete a task that I say that I'm going to complete. I need to learn how to ease off a little bit, because I know if I get too hard on myself, or if I get too crazy on punishing myself for not completing something, that's when I quit. That's when I veer off path. So that's a constant reminder and a lesson that I've learned in the past just couple of days. So 4 days in, and I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna crush this so-called midlife crisis, and I hope you do too if you're feeling the same way.